Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the IS Companion. Today, we will delve into the intricate world of emotions, a central aspect of human psychology. Emotions are complex experiences that arise from the interplay between situational factors and psychological variables. They encompass subjective feelings, physiological changes, and behavioral responses. Understanding emotions is vital because they influence our thoughts, behaviors, and interactions with others, shaping our everyday experiences. Defining emotions. Emotions can be described as subjective responses to stimuli, often accompanied by physiological changes, which are interpreted by individuals in specific ways. These interpretations then lead to changes in behavior. To put it simply, emotions are personal experiences that are deeply tied to the way we perceive and react to the world around us. They are not just feelings but involve a combination of cognitive appraisals, bodily reactions, and the motivation to act in certain ways. Characteristics of emotions. Emotions possess several key characteristics. 1. Personal experience. Emotions are unique to each individual. What one person finds joyful, another may find stressful. This personal nature makes emotions highly subjective. 2. Balanced states. Emotions help maintain psychological balance. For instance, fear may protect us from danger, while happiness reinforces behaviors that contribute to well being. 3. Transient states. Emotions are not static, they are temporary and can change rapidly depending on circumstances. 4. Expressed verbally and non-verbally, emotions can be communicated through words, but often, they are expressed more powerfully through nonverbal means such as facial expressions, body language, and tone of voice. 5. Cognitive appraisal. How we interpret a situation greatly influences the emotion we experience. This cognitive appraisal is crucial in determining whether we feel anger, sadness, joy, or another emotion. 6. Physiological changes. Emotions are accompanied by physical reactions, such as changes in heart rate, muscle tension, or hormone levels. These physiological responses are often what we recognize as the physical symptoms of emotion. 7. Motivation for action. Emotions drive us to act. For example, fear might compel us to escape a threatening situation, while love might motivate us to care for someone. 8. Reflexive and partial reflexive responses. Some emotional responses are automatic, while others involve more deliberate thought and control. Theories of emotion. Now, let's explore the major theories of emotion, each of which offers a different perspective on how emotions are generated and experienced. James Lange Theory. Overview. The James Lange theory, proposed by William James and Carl Lange, suggests that emotions result from physiological reactions to events. According to this theory, we first experience a physical response, and only then do we interpret this response as an emotion. Example: imagine you encounter a snake. According to the James Lange theory, you would first experience an increased heart rate and trembling, and then recognize these physiological changes as fear. Empirical evidence. Facial feedback hypothesis. This hypothesis supports the James Lange theory by suggesting that facial expressions can influence emotional experiences. For example, simply smiling can lead to feelings of happiness. Criticism. The main criticism of the James Lange theory is that physiological responses alone may not fully account for the variety of emotions we experience. Different emotions can produce similar physiological changes, making it difficult to distinguish between them purely on physical grounds. Cannon-Bard theory. Overview. The Cannon-Bard theory, developed by Walter Cannon and Philip Bard, argues that emotions and physiological responses occur simultaneously and independently. This theory emphasizes the role of the brain in generating emotions. Example: Returning to the snake scenario, the Cannon-Bard theory would suggest that when you see the snake, your brain simultaneously triggers both the feeling of fear and the physical responses, such as a racing heart. Criticism: while this theory addresses some limitations of the James Lange theory, it has been criticized for oversimplifying the complex relationship between the brain and emotional experiences. Two-factor theory, Schachter-Singer theory. Overview: the two-factor theory, proposed by Stanley Schachter and Jerome Singer, posits that emotions are the result of both physiological arousal and cognitive appraisal. According to this theory, the same physiological response can lead to different emotions depending on how the individual interprets the situation. Example: if your heart is racing, you might interpret this arousal as excitement if you are at a party, or as fear if you are in a dangerous situation. Empirical evidence: Schachter and Singer experiment. In their experiment, participants were injected with adrenaline, causing physiological arousal. The emotional experience of the participants varied based on the context in which they found themselves, supporting the idea that both arousal and cognitive appraisal contribute to emotional experience. Criticism: one critique of the two-factor theory is that it may underestimate individual differences in emotional sensitivity and interpretation, which can influence how emotions are experienced. In conclusion, emotions are multifaceted experiences that involve subjective feelings, physiological changes, and behavioral responses. Theories of emotion, including the James Lange, Cannon-Bard, and Schachter-Singer theories, offer different perspectives on how emotions are generated and experienced. While each theory has its strengths, they also face criticisms that highlight the complexity of emotional experiences. Understanding these theories allows us to better grasp the intricate relationship between the body, mind, and emotions, providing valuable insights into human behavior and psychology. Thank you. Follow us on YouTube, www.youtube.com/@iscompanion.